This video was made possible by EA Gamechangers. Hi guys, Rachybop here. Welcome to this Sims Freeplay video. I'm going to be walking you through the new Missing Claus Seasonal Quest in the Sims Freeplay, which is a 13-day event running from December 12th to the 24th, and thank you so much to EA, Firemonkeys and the Sims Freeplay to early access to this preview build so I can show it to you guys. December is snow, Santa and singing carols. So then why has the spirit of Christmas gone missing in Simtown? Embark on an epic quest to get Christmas back on track. Look at that little chicken! Oh! So the first thing we need to do is check calendar date at computer. It's December in Simtown and your sim feels a slight twinge. Something is not quite right, but your sim cannot put their finger on exactly what. Perhaps checking a calendar might give them a clue. Have your sim check the calendar date at a computer. So do I have a computer? I do. So I'm going to tap this and check calendar. It's a 9-minute interaction, which I will, because I have the preview build, speed up so I can just show you this event really quickly. The next thing is discuss Christmas spirit with Sims. So your sim checks the calendar. It's December. December is snow, threats of coal, and naughty versus nice, emotional blackmailing. The lack of Christmas spirit is concerning. Better alert some Sims. Have your sim discuss Christmas spirit with 4 Sims. Okay, so here's one. Discuss Christmas spirit. You can do this like all during the same amount of time. So it's 2 hours 15 minutes, but get like 4 Sims doing it at once and you've cracked it. I'm just gonna speed it up and do it 4 times with this person. Done. Have 4 pairs of Sims panic. Your Sims discuss the lack of Christmas spirit. Nobody feels like giving, spending all day cooking or pulling boxes of Christmas decorations out of storage. What's going on? Is this the end of days? Have 4 pairs of Sims panic about Christmas. So similar thing, but this time you're going to have them panic about Christmas. 2 hours and 15 minutes. Done. Place Christmas decorations. Your Sims panic until they realise it never achieves anything. One solution is to generate Christmas spirit. Have your Sim buy and place 5 Christmas decorations from the featured tab in the home store. Okay, so home store, featured, and these are the items. So we need 5 of these. I'm going to take the Nutcracker because I've recently watched that at the cinema and it was awesome. I'm going to get the Snow Globe because that's a really cool item. No pun intended. The Snowman. Maybe we could pop him outside. And I really like this North Pole. Is that 5? 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh dear. Oh, the growing reindeer thing. Awesome. Research Snowfall. Your sim places Christmas decorations. That feels more Christmassy. But what is Christmas without snow? Surely snow will be the tipping point to generating Christmas spirit. Is there anything your sim can do? At a computer, have your sim research seasonal snowfall in Simtown. What would Sims do without computers? Research Snowfall 14-minute interaction. Call the Ho-Ho hotline. Your sim trolls articles on December snowfall in Simtown. Many suggest that Christmas snow is actually handled by Santa himself. If so, why is Santa off his game? Fortunately, there is a direct line to Santa, the Ho-Ho hotline. On a phone, have your sim call the Ho-Ho hotline. Well, okay, then let's do that. Call her hotline. 36 minutes. Done. Oh. What did I just click? Okay. Search for the weather expert almanac. Your sim calls the hotline. The number is disconnected. When magic fails, science is the answer. Some sims should be able to find a meteorologist. Have 5 sims search for the weather expert almanac from a bookshelf. Okay, so we need 5 sims to search a bookshelf. And it's here. Weather expert almanac, 3 hours. Okay, done. Fun Cirrus. Your sim flips through the pages and finds a number for Cirrus, the Simtown meteorologist. Surely he will have a solution. Have your sim phone Cirrus. Okay, let's phone Cirrus. 3 hours and 40 minutes. Wow. That's a long phone call. Oh god, that's the cutest picture ever. Okay, congratulations! You've completed the first set of goals in the Missing Claus Christmas quest and received a beautiful round mirror. I'm so into round mirrors right now as well. I love that. Oh, I love that image. Greet Cirrus in the park. Your sim gets through to Cirrus. He confirms that it is Santa who manages the snowfall via a weather machine. But Santa is not answering his calls. The deeply concerned Cirrus says that he will meet your sim in the park with his backup weather device. Have your sim greet Cirrus in the park. Oh, it's got the riddles again like last year. What's happened to Christmas? There's no Christmas spirit. Time to panic. Read an almanac. All hope rests with Cirrus. I'd rather they were little like quirky limericks or something. But I do like them. Let's go into the park. Call a sim over. And here we have Cirrus. Greet, 57 seconds. Turn on the weather device. Your sim greets Cirrus. The machine is set up and ready to snow. He asks your sim to perform the honours. Your sim breathes a sigh of relief. Here comes Christmas. Have your sim turn on the weather device. Okay. Turn it on. 17 seconds. This looks like a lot of fun. She's figuring it out. Have snowball fights. Your sim flips a switch on the weather device. Immediately, snow starts falling from the sky. Now it feels like Christmas. What better way to celebrate than to have a snowball fight? Have some sims have 4 snowball fights. Okay. So I think I need to call over another sim. And then tap on the sim and say snow fight, 2 hours 15 minutes. I'm going to watch this. Oh, the snow looks beautiful. I think she should have put something a little bit warmer on there for this. And him. My sims are dressed for summer. Where are they getting this amount of snow from? Anyway, we get the gist. And we need to do that 3 more times. You can see up here our progress towards everything at any time. So you can see all the things we're going to unlock as well. Done. Build a snowman. Ah, snowball fights. That icy sting and black and blue bruising sure feels more like Christmas. With snow falling, there is enough to build a snowman. Have your sim build a snowman at the X on the front lawn. So we need to go home for this. Oh wow, it looks so good. Okay, so here's our X on the front lawn. Build a snowman, 30 minutes. Wonderful. Oh, we did it. Speak to the snowman. Your sim completes the snowman. Upon slotting in the carrot nose, it springs to life. Why am I here? He questions. Your sim is not sure what is more surprising, an animated snowman or his bad mood. What could be the problem? Have your sim speak to the snowman. Speak for 15 minutes. Here's our snowman. He's actually adorable. So cute. Done. Call Dialer Detective. Your sim speaks with the grumpy snowman. Mr. Flurry says that Santa hadn't booked him in for Christmas this year, so he was enjoying a frosty getaway until this rude interruption. No Christmas snow, no snowman bookings, and a disconnected hotline. What has happened to Santa? This is going to require deeper investigation. Using a phone, have your sim call Dialer Detective. Okay. Dialer Detective, 9 minutes. Done. Greet Detective Lecluse. Your sim calls Dialer Detective and is put through to Lecluse. After explaining the Santa situation, Les, are we saying Les? Says they will meet your sim in the park. Have your sim greet Les Clues in the park. I was trying to be all French, but anyway, we'll go to the park and greet Les. 24 minutes. Explain Santa situation. Your sim greets Les, who immediately asks to be shown to the scene of the crime. Whoa. This isn't an episode of Simtown Criminal Investigations. This is a missing person case. Have your sim explain to Les the Santa situation again. Okay, explain Santa situation, 19 minutes. Done. Scan for Santa with Les's telescope. Your sim explains to Les that Santa is missing and there is no chalk outline. We need to go dark, deep cover, says Les. Let's recon the North Pole with the telescope. Okay. Have your sim use a telescope to scan for Santa. Okay, here's the telescope. Scan for Santa, 9 minutes 30 seconds. Seems legit. Search house objects for missing lenses. Your sim looks through Les's telescope and can see the North Pole. It needs more lenses. Have up to 8 sims search objects in a house to look for missing lenses. Note, quick complete the action to find extra lenses. Oh my goodness, okay. So if you're going to spend your... Actually, oh, I should have left her there, never mind. If you're going to spend your LP on anything, save it for this maybe. Okay, search items. So I'm just searching the kitchen sink here. 6 hours and 11 minutes. And we found 4 there, but I did rush it. And again on the bed, 4 hours 45 minutes. And we found 3, but I did rush it. TV. No, can't do it on the TV. Don't be silly. The couch. 4 hours 45 minutes. We found 3. The fridge. 5 hours 42 minutes. We found 4. And we're done. Scan for Santa with the telescope again. Your sim collects several lenses. Surely the combined magnification of the lenses will be able to scan far enough now. Have your sim look through Les's telescope in the park with the new lenses and try to scan for Santa again. So we're going to go back to the park. And click on the telescope again and scan for Santa for 9 minutes 30, I think it said. Done. Check sleigh for clues. Ooh. Your sim adjusts the telescope's focus. Wait, what is that? Something flew erratically towards Simtown and crashed in the park. Have your sim checked the crashed sleigh for clues? Check clues. Check for clues 1 hour 11 minutes. This is so cool. Look, it's like an elf shoe. What a cool design. Oh, there's my little Rudolph again and his chicken. You've completed the second set of goals in the Missing Claus Christmas Quest and received the Rustic Walls and Floors pack. Ugh, I can never speak when I'm doing these. You have no idea. Investigate tracks in park. Your sim finds no trace of a pilot, but a single harness is surefire evidence that only one reindeer was present. Some hoof prints lead away from the sleigh. Have your sim investigate the tracks in the park. With snow falling, snowball fights are calling. A cranky snowman, Les Clues plan. A crashed sleigh will need overhauling. Okay. Follow these hooves. Oh my goodness, if we find that reindeer, I'm gonna die from cute overload. Talk to Rudolph. Your sim follows the tracks. Ahead, they see a red glow. A reindeer's nose. Rudolph? Maybe he can help with the missing Santa Claus. Have your sim talk to Rudolph. Oh, gladly. I would gladly do that. Oh, I want to see him first. Oh, he's so cute. He does look cuter in his picture, though, I would say. Talk 29 minutes. Yeah, he's definitely cuter in his picture. Ride Rudolph to Santa's workshop. Talking to a reindeer is not easy. However, at the mention of Santa, Rudolph's eyes and nose light up. He indicates that he wants your sim to climb onto his back. Wherever your sim is going, this will be one uncomfortable ride. Have your sim ride Rudolph to Santa's workshop. What could possibly go wrong? Here we are. Check the present machine. Holding tight to Rudolph's antlers, the reindeer soars into the sky, taking your sim to Santa's workshop. Rudolph says he will be available to take your sim anywhere they need to go. The workshop is empty. The workshop should be operating at peak capacity. This goes wrong every year. Santa needs to get his crud together. Have your sim check to see if the present machine was recently used. Okay, this looks exactly the same as the place from last year, which makes sense because does Santa ever move? Probably not. Okay, I'm going to check it for an hour and 11 minutes. Look for clues. Your sim checks the present machine and it's stone cold. What on earth has happened? Have your sim search the workshop for clues to Santa's whereabouts. Okay, lots of places to search. 2 hours 23 minutes there. Oh, damn it. I'll have to pause the screen there to read what that said. I didn't realise it was going to pop up with little things. Your sim inspects the Christmas tree and finds a list of medicinal items for colds and fevers. Totally missed what the first one. A clue, electricity bill. Okay. Your sim inspects the ever-growing letter pile. They find an electricity bill. Bill is addressed Santa's farmhouse. It's 2 months overdue. Where the heck is Santa? Your sim inspects the fireplace and finds a confirmation letter for a medical appointment. It's addressed to Mrs Claus, along with an address to the farmhouse. Is she sick? Talk to Rudolph. Your sim discovers a number of clues that seem to point to a sick Mrs Claus and Santa's farmhouse. Can Rudolph take you there? Have your sim talk to Rudolph. Is this not Santa's farmhouse? Oh, that's what. Oh, that we're gonna meet that chicken. Okay, we'll talk to him because an hour and a half. We can ride him, but we don't know where we want to go yet. Ride Rudolph to Santa's farmhouse. Can you take me to Santa's farmhouse? Asks your desperate sim. Rudolph nods and motions your sim to climb on his back. Here we go again, another bumpy ride. I'm sure it's not great for Rudolph either. Have your sim ride Rudolph to Santa's farmhouse. Okay, ride to Santa's farmhouse. So this is a new venue. Talk to the elf. Your sim rides Rudolph to a quiet little farmhouse. The house is locked, but there is an elf in the backyard. Have your sim talk to the elf. 2 hours, 3 minutes. Ask for key. Your sim talks to a clearly suspicious elf. Name's Frank. How are you? Are you a civilian? How did you get here? Your sim explains they are concerned that Christmas is way behind schedule and they need to speak to Santa. Have your sim ask Frank for a key to Santa's house. Hey Frank, can we have a key? 4 hours, 59 minutes. Congratulations! You've completed the 3rd set of goals in the Missing Claus Christmas Quest and earned the Hydrangea Hedge Pack. Awesome. Collect key. Your sim waits patiently for Frank to calm down and again asks Frank for the key. Maybe it is going to take one of you civilians to get through to the boss. Frank says, here's the key. Have your sim collect the key from Frank. Reindeer tracks glow in the dark. Lead to a workshop lacking in spark. Discover clues. An elf with the blues. This quest is no walk in the park. Now that was a good one. Right, let's get collect key. 4 hours, 5 minutes. Done. Unlock door. Frank hands your sim several keys. Well, at least your sim can now get into the farmhouse. Have your sim unlock the door. Okay. Oh, I love those chickens outside. 4 hours and 4 minutes and 45 seconds. If I'm saying it, please pay attention to what's on the screen because I'm probably saying things completely wrong. Introduce sim to Santa. After working through all of the keys, your sim finally has access to Santa's inner sanctum. Time to find out what is going on. Have your sim introduce themselves to Santa. Introduce, 29 minutes. Oh, this is very sad. Check on Mrs Claus. A somber Santa explains to your sim that Mrs Claus has been struck down with a terrible fever. She has been bedridden for weeks and needs constant care. Well, that explains why Christmas is behind schedule. Do you have any ideas? Asked desperate Santa. Now's the time to apply that first aid course. Have your sim check on Mrs Claus upstairs. It's 2 hours and 3 minutes. Oh. Check fireplace temperature. Your sim checks on Mrs Claus. She looks feverish and feels terribly cold. Is the farmhouse warm enough? Have your sim check the fireplace to make sure it's producing enough heat. Check the temperature. 3 minutes and 48 seconds. I'm interested to see what the answer to this is, to be honest. What a beautiful farmhouse. I think this is probably what we unlock at the end. So pay attention to the objects in it because we've already got the floors and the walls and this round mirror and the hydrangea. This was what we unlocked as well. So these are the things that we're actually unlocking along the way. Look for a cure. Your sim checks the fireplace which is losing heat. After some tweaks the temperature is fixed. Now to complete the 1-2 punch to Mrs Claus fever. Soup. Surely someone has a cookbook with a recipe to cure a fever. Have 5 sims look for a cure from a bookshelf. So you're going to need to get more sims over here to maximise your productivity in this. Look for a cure, 1 hour 54 minutes. I'm just going to use this one sim, speed it up. Done. Grow onions at a garden patch. Your Sims search and manage to find the Freezer Fever cookbook. They find Amaryllis Apocalypse, a promising recipe designed to destroy fevers and flus. The key ingredient is onions. At a garden patch, have your Sim grow 10 lots of onions. Oh heck. Right then, I'll be going home. This is beautiful. Wow. Anyway, I'm gonna go to another Sim. I'm gonna leave her there, and I'm gonna get. Have I got anyone with a garden? Do I better place one. Garden patch. Place that down, and then onions. Oh, there we go. Got some there. And then we'll plant some more. Collect those. Plant some more. Collect those. Plant those. Collect them. My goodness, how many onions did we have to do? I've forgotten. 10. 10 lots there. So this isn't like 4, 4 and 4. It's like you have to do this 10 times. That was 1. Cook soup. Your Sim has enough onions to make the soup. Now to cook it, have your Sim cook the soup at a stove. Do we have a stove here? What are you people, animals? Why don't you have a stove? Right. Kitchen. The little stove that could. Cook soup, 14 minutes. Done. Give Mrs Claus the soup. Oh yeah, that soup smells amazing. This is bound to cure Mrs Claus. Have your Sim give Mrs Claus the soup. Right, we're going to skip back to our other Sim that is over there now. But obviously you'll need to go back and forth. We're going to go up to Mrs Claus and give her the soup. Now, it doesn't matter that another Sim has made it and they didn't actually make the journey, because the game doesn't know that. That's a 57-minute interaction. Congratulations, you've completed the 4th set of goals in the Missing Claus Christmas Quest and received the stunning Rustic Doors Pack. Awesome. Talk to the Ice Queen. Has the soup had any effect? Your Sim takes Mrs Claus's temperature. Cold, now hot. No wonder Mrs Claus can't shake her fluctuating fever. To get it down will require nuclear level of chill, thinks your Sim. Suddenly, a blast of frozen air announces the arrival of an irate Ice Queen. Uh-oh. Have your Sim talk to the Ice Queen. A red Santa paces inside, refusing to leave Mrs Claus' side. Cooking Amaryllis Apocalypse, the soup Mrs Claus sips. Is it enough to turn the fever's tide? Well, no, it's not. We've just realised that. So here's our Ice Queen talk for 29 minutes. She's looking lovely, as always. These are our rustic doors that we've just unlocked. Introduce the Ice Queen to the pug. Why the frost was winter so late? Demands an irate Ice Queen. It's December, not spring break. Your Sim needs to find a way to calm her down. She could very well be the solution to Mrs Claus' high temperature. Maybe something impossibly cute, like the pug that's been wandering around, could work. Have your sim introduce the pug to the Ice Queen. Oh my goodness. Introduce the pug to our 8 minutes. Where's the pug? I haven't seen a pug running around. Oh, there he is. Super cute. Oh. Discuss Mrs Claus's condition. Your sim hands the pug to the Ice Queen. Oh, aren't you just the cutest little thing? With your wonky eyes and your adorable wheezing. The Ice Queen is besotted. Now it's your sim's chance to discuss Mrs Claus's condition. Have your sim discuss Mrs Claus's condition with the Ice Queen. Oh, 1 hour 30 minutes. Done. Watch Wicked Dishes on TV. Your sim discusses Mrs Claus's fever with the Ice Queen. This requires my magic and a magical meal. I know a witch who turned her love of food into a career, says the Ice Queen. She has her own cooking show. From a TV, watch 8 episodes of Wicked Dishes. What? That's borderline binging. Where is the TV here? Does Santa not have a TV? Well, we all know what to get Santa for Christmas. This is distressing. I feel like this is done on purpose. Let me just check. Wow, this looks really nice with the walls up. Yeah, I don't think he has a TV. Oh, it does. It's in the basement, guys. It's in the basement. Watch Wicked Dishes. Yeah, so before you go through the palaver of getting back on the reindeer, go into the basement. That doesn't look like a cooking show. Call party troopers. Your sim watches Wicked Dishes on TV. Hang on, isn't that Barbara Yaga, the children entertainer? She's a celebrity chef now. Your sim wonders if party troopers still manages Barbara Yaga. On a phone, have a sim call party troopers. Okay, here's the phone. 1 hour 59 minutes to call party troopers. Congratulations, you've completed the 5th set of goals in the Missing Claus Christmas Quest and earned the Wildflowers Hedge Pack. Awesome. Check the basement. Your sim is put through to Barbara Yaga's manager at Party Troopers, Miles Green, and explains the situation. We'll send her straight over, says Miles. Check the teleporter in Santa's basement. Have your sim check the basement of Santa's farmhouse. An Ice Queen irate, calmed by a pug with cute traits. A wicked dish required from a witch ever tired. A fever this meal must save. Check 9 minutes 30 seconds. There she is. Find an object to wake Barbara Yaga. Your sim locates Barbara Yaga in the basement. True to character, Barbara has found the nearest object on which to nap. There has to be something in the house that will wake the weary witch. Have your sim locate the correct object to wake Barbara Yaga. Okay, well, this could take a while. Create aroma. Okay, 3 minutes 48 seconds. Talk to Barbara Yaga about Mrs Claus. Your sim knows that food is Barbara's weakness, and the sweet smell of cooking draws the sleepy witch from her den. With her wide awake, now is the time to question her about a cure for Mrs Claus. Have your sim talk to Barbara Yaga about Mrs Claus's fever. Okay, here she is. What is that light? Oh, 29 minutes to do that. Look at this. What's this? Ponder ways to find truffles. Your sim talks to Barbara about Mrs Claus's fever. The Ice Queen is correct. I can craft a magic meal with her powers, says Barbara. However, need the hero ingredients truffles. How can truffles be found? Have 6 Sims ponder ways to find truffles on a couch. This is a very long event. Ponder finding truffles, 4 hours and 17 minutes. Plead with Princess. After long and painful thought, your sim has it. Pigs are great at finding truffles, and this is a farm with a pig. Have your sim plead with Princess, the teacup pig, for help. Aww. Let's go do that. Oh, here she is, Princess the teacup pig. Plead 14 minutes. That's the pig that we saw in that previous event, the one with the cheerleaders, I believe. Oops. Finish that. Done. Your sim pleads with Princess, the teacup pig, who snorts and says she has stashed some truffles at a few locations on the farm. Have your sim find truffles on Santa's farm. Okay, and the little arrows point up from them. 7 hours and 50 minutes, so get a few sims doing this at once. I'm going to speed it up for the purpose of the video, of course. Okay, done. That should be enough truffles for Barbara's magic meal. Have your sim give the truffles to Barbara. Okay, Barbara's here. 4 minutes 45 seconds to give her the truffles. Done. Your sim gives the truffles to Barbara, who says she can now make a potent meal combining truffle oil with the mystic ice of the Ice Queen. While Barbara is cooking, your sim has thought of the perfect present for Barbara, some speckled eggs from the chicken coop. Have your sim collect speckled eggs from the chicken coop. Okay, so here's the chicken coop. Collect speckled eggs. Make sure you click that one, and that's 33 minutes. You don't just want those regular eggs. The speckled eggs your sim collected are perfect. Barbara will be able to use them in a future meal. Have your sim give the speckled eggs to Barbara. So we're going to give her the speckled eggs. That's a 14-minute interaction. Fabulous. Congratulations. You've completed the 6th set of goals in the Missing Claus Christmas Quest and received the Picket Fences pack. Awesome. You can see those all around this lot. Your sim hands over the speckled eggs and waits for Barbara and the Ice Queen to finish creating the hot and cold magical meal. Finally, it is ready. Barbara hands your sim the magic meal. This is it. The fate of Christmas rests on Barbara's mystical cuisine. Have your sim give the magical meal to Mrs Claus. Barbara's help Miles secures the smell of food, her secret lore. Finding truffles unseen. Add magic of Ice Queen creates the magic cure. Okay. 1 hour, 11 minutes to give that to Mrs Claus. Your sim gives the magical meal to Mrs Claus. Her recovery is startling. The power of your sim's persistence, teamwork and magic is truly something. Now that Mrs Claus is recovered, Santa will be able to fully focus on Christmas. What could the next steps be? Have your sim discuss the next steps with Santa. Well, here's Santa. Discuss next steps. 14 minutes. Your sim informs Santa that Mrs Claus is well again and asks for more information on what the next steps are to get Christmas back on track. He expresses his profound gratitude and says finding the missing elves and getting the workshop back in operation is the first step. Can Frank the elf help? Have your sim discuss missing elves with Frank. Okay, where's Frank? Here he is, outside. Discuss missing elves, 2 hours and 8 minutes. Your sim attempts to speak to Frank. Santa wanted me to feed the chickens, but the way they look at me, Frank is clearly suffering from electrophobia, a fear of chickens. Have your sims feed 4 chickens at the farmhouse. Okay, we're going to feed them for him. Feed chickens for Frank, 7 hours and 50 minutes. Poor old chickens. You gotta do this a few times, 4 times, so get a few sims doing it at once. Chickens fed, check. That should alleviate Frank's electrophobia. And hopefully he can shed some light on the location of the other elves. Have your sim ask Frank about the missing elves. Right. Here's Frank. Ask him about the missing elves, 14 minutes. Your sim asks Frank if he knows the location of the other elves. Well, Kurt and Pat went to Sim Town looking for Rudolph and the sleigh, he replies. Well, it's a start. Your sim instructs Frank to head back to Santa's workshop. Time to find Kurt. Have your sim ride Rudolph back to the park. Where's Rudolph? Here he is. Ride to the park. Good old Rudolph. Your sim arrives in the park and spies a sleeping elf on the park bench. What? They're asleep. Have your sim try to wake the sleeping elf. Where is he? Oh, here he is. Try to wake, 4 hours and 59 minutes. Wow, he must be in a deep sleep. Congratulations! You've completed the 7th set of goals in the Missing Claus Christmas Quest and received the Farmhouse laundry pack. Kurt's eyes snap open. Gosh, I never sleep on the job. Well, except that time I was up all night playing. The boss is going to fire me for sure. Better let Kurt know that Rudolph has been found. Have your sim put Kurt's mind at ease. Terrible fever, the soup did break. Mrs Claus will no longer ache. A fear of chickens, elf mystery thickens. Now a sleeping elf to shake. Put at ease, 9 minutes 30 seconds. He's happy about that. Kurt is relieved Rudolph has been found and is eager to go back to work at Santa's workshop. Your sim needs to ask him if he knows what happened to the other elves. Have your sim ask Kurt about the other missing elves. That's 9 minutes and 30 seconds. Your sim asks about the location of the missing elves. We split up. Pat thought he caught a glimpse of a red glow and went off to investigate, says Kurt. Have your sim look for evidence of Pat's presence in the park. Hint, make sure to check all of the exclamation icons. Okay. Oh, here's one. 5 hours 56 minutes. Your sim finds traces of red fabric near the Thinking Man statue. The Thinking Man is one of Rudolph's inspirations. Alright then. Here's another. Your sim finds a broken bell from an elf hat. Aha! Looks like Pat needed a break. Look for evidence. Your sim finds elf-like boot prints on the soapbox. Pat attempted to get some elevation looking for Rudolph. Your sim finds tufts of a pom-pom stuck in the barbecue. Pat checked here in case Rudolph was hungry. Okay. Your sim finds evidence that Pat exhausted all the possibilities that Rudolph was in the park, then left to search further afield. Perhaps they went to a sim's house. Send your sim home. So I'm just going to switch to another sim that's already at home. And that ticks that off. Your sim arrives home and finds a stressed-looking elf, Pat. Have your sim talk to Pat the elf. 9 minutes 30 seconds. Your sim talks to Pat. I can't find Rudolph. I've let Christmas slip. I am failing in all my elf KPIs. Seems like Pat is one straw away from snapping. If your sim just releases the tension in Pat's trapeze, have your sim give Pat a shoulder massage. 4 hours 15 minutes. You could just tell him you found Rudolph. Your sim's trigger point massage technique elicits a deep sigh of relief from Pat. Now they should get some clarity. Have your sim ask Pat if they know the whereabouts of the last elf. Okay, where's Pat? There he is. Ask about the last elf, 10 minutes. Your sim asks Pat if he knows the whereabouts of the last elf. Dave's back at the warehouse. That's it. All the elves have been located. Time to get Santa's workshop cranking. Send your sim to the park and ride Rudolph back to Santa's workshop. So I'm going to switch back to my sim at the park. And Rudolph is going to let me ride to Santa's workshop on his back. Your sim arrives at Santa's workshop and finds Dave the elf in charge, looking deeply concerned. Have your sim talk to Dave about his concern. Discuss strategies. 3 hours 5 minutes. Congratulations! You've completed the 8th set of goals in the Missing Claus Christmas Quest and received the Cozy Comfort Pack. Dave is deeply concerned about the pace of production. Your sim suggests a whole raft of production strategies. Dave sighs in relief. They will absolutely work. If Dave has concerns, your sim should check in with the other elves as well. Have your sim check in with Frank. Elf Kurt's mind is at ease. Clues to Pat led beyond the park trees. Sore shoulders relieved. Productivity achieved. Can Dave devise new strategies? Check in 1 hour 11 minutes. Your sim checks in with Frank, who says, my task list just keeps growing and toy designs are becoming too complex. Sounds like a case of classic toy creep. Wonder if Kurt has a similar story. Have your sim check in with Kurt. 1 hour 21 minutes. Kurt tells your sim a similar story. I'm getting a lot of toy defects and it's putting my production right behind. It's clear that the elves are struggling to stay on top of the workload. Have your sim check in with Pat. Okay, where's Pat? How am I supposed to know which one is Pat? Oh my god, it's the first one I clicked on. 1 hour 30 minutes. Your sim checks in with Pat. Dave schedules too many meetings. It's putting us behind. The elves are working hard, but the signs of crunch are beginning to show. There has to be a way of speeding up production, but without risking elf burnout. Have your sim talk to Dave about avoiding elf burnout. Dave? No. Dave? Dave? 2 hours 27 minutes. Your sim expresses concerns about elf burnout and asks Dave if there could be another way to speed up production. We could dial the present making machine up to 110%. Sounds like a plan. Have your sim turn the present making machine to 110% production. This does not sound like a good idea. That's 4 hours 59 minutes. Your sim dials up the present making machine. For a moment it looks like the plan is going to work, but only for a moment. Looks like present machine has burnt out. Does Dave have a backup plan? Have your sim speak to Dave about a backup plan. Dave? 1 hour 11 minutes. Your sim speaks to Dave about a backup plan. We can outsource the present shortfall. Here's a list of suppliers. You will need to contact them on a computer. Have your sim place 10 outstanding orders. Right. I think we might have to go home for this then. So I'm going to switch to a sim that's already... Oh. Yeah, a sim that's already at home. Oh, she's a teen. Oh, she can do it there. Place outstanding orders, 5 hours 30 minutes. You probably want a few sims doing this. Okay, done. Your sim places the orders specifying the delivery address. Santa's Workshop, 1 North Pole. Have your sim ride Rudolph to Santa's Workshop in preparation for the delivery. Now I don't know, can I just switch back to her or just... Oh, congratulations! You've completed the 9th set of goals in the Missing Claus Christmas Quest and received the Rustic dining. Okay, that worked. The outsourcing orders have arrived at Santa's Workshop. In your sim's absence, the elves repaired the present machine. Everything's coming together. Have your sim unpack the boxes from the outsourcing shipment at Santa's Workshop. So, elves at the point of burnout, a new plan to roll out. Orders online. Will they arrive in time? Wait at the workshop. Deliveries en route. 3 hours 48 minutes. You can have multiple sims doing this at once. Thanks to your sims, the entire shipment of outsourced toys is unpacked in record time. That will take the pressure off the elves. Next task, finalise the naughty and nice breakdown. Have your sim sort the letter pile up into naughty and nice. Oh wow, that's a lot of letters. 4 minutes. 45 seconds. Not too bad. Your sim sifts through the mountain of letters, but new letters keep arriving. There has to be an easier way. As Chief Behaviour Officer, Mrs Claus will know. Have your sim ride Rudolph to Santa's farmhouse and ask Mrs Claus about managing letters. So we're going to head over there. So where's Rudolph? Here he is. Santa's farmhouse. And we'll go upstairs and speak to Mrs Claus. 4 minutes and 45 seconds. Your sim speaks to Mrs Claus about how slow it is to sort the letters. It's just tradition, she laughs. Santa has a naughty and nice app that's heavily encrypted. Have 12 sims decrypt the naughty and nice app from a computer. Okay, so I'm gonna head home now to this guy who hopefully has a computer and decrypt the naughty and nice app. And you can have 12 sims working on this at once. Your sims decrypt the naughty and nice app. Looks like naughty and nice are derived from a function that allocates coal demerits based on a sim's nice quotient. This is then fed into a proprietary formula that calculates the amount of presents and coal needed. Have your sim calculate the number of presents and coal needed for Christmas at a computer. Calculate presents and coal, 8 minutes. The computer spits out the final numbers for presents and coal. Wow, those coal numbers are not even close to the estimates. Dave is going to need the new numbers ASAP. Have your sim ride Rudolph back to Santa's workshop to give Dave the new numbers. Is Rudolph here as well? No, Rudolph is back with the other girl. So I'm going to ride Rudolph to Santa's workshop. Speak to Dave for 14 minutes. Your sim gives the coal estimates to Dave. How are we going to make up the shortfall? Where does coal even come from? Your sim is used to digging up minerals. Have up to 4 sims dig for coal at the X marks around Santa's workshop. Quick complete for extra coal. Okay. 4 hours and 45 minutes. We are quick completing. We got 3 pieces there. 3 pieces again. 3 pieces. 3 pieces. 3 pieces. Oh, we're done. Your sims work hard and dig up enough coal to meet the new Christmas quota. Better give the good news to Dave. Have your sim inform Dave that the revised coal quota has been met. Okay, Dave. 4 minutes 45 seconds. Congratulations! You've completed the 10th set of goals in the Missing Claus Christmas Quest and received the whole pack. Numbers are spot on, says Dave. The big man will be happy. Phew, no more hard labour for your sim. With presents and coal sorted, it's time to see what the next steps are. Have your sim ride Rudolph to Santa's farmhouse and talk to Mrs Claus about the next steps. Presents were delivered as needed. Naughty and nice list exceeded. Coal had to be found from underground. Production proceeds unimpeded. Ride Rudolph back to Santa's farmhouse. Speak to Mrs Claus. 9 minutes 30 seconds. Your sim tells Mrs Claus that workshop production is on track. Now it's time to clear the overgrowth around the farm so it's ready for Christmas Eve, she says. Have your sim clear the overgrowth around the farmhouse. Why didn't she do it herself? She's better now. Where's the overgrowth? Where is it? I don't even see any of... Oh, here we go. Clear. 10 hours, 27 minutes. Oh. And some more. And some more. And there we go. Your sim clears the overgrowth. Finally, all the preparations for Christmas are complete. The Claus will be thrilled to hear the news. Have your sim tell Mrs Claus that the farm is ready for Christmas. 2 hours 8 minutes. Your sim tells Mrs Claus that the farm is all prepped for Christmas. Your sim deserves a break. Have your sim take a break on the couch in Santa's farmhouse. Okay, here's the couch. Take a break, 2 hours and 3 minutes. Your sim feels better after a rest. Better check in with Santa and confirm his sleigh launch time. Have your sim ride Rudolph to Santa's workshop. Your sim arrives at Santa's workshop. The whole place is running like a well-oiled machine. Your sim can't help but feel a twinge of pride. Only one small thing left to do. Have your sim confirm the launch time with Santa. Keep expecting something to go wrong. It's 4 hours and 2 minutes. Congratulations! You've completed the 11th set of goals in the Missing Claus Christmas Quest and received the Rustic Lounge Pack. Your Sim checks in with Santa. He is deeply grateful for your Sim's hard work, and as a token of his gratitude, your Sim will have the honour of shutting down the present machine for another year. A simple button press doesn't sound too hard. Have your Sim turn off the present making machine. All the work is finally complete. A clean reindeer pen, so neat. Everything is steady. What? The sleigh is not ready? Are Santa's launch plans now obsolete? What? What? Turn that off. 9 minutes and 30 seconds, I think it was. Your Sim turns off the present making machine. With everything accounted for, your Sim should help Santa ground check the sleigh. Have your Sim talk to Santa about the sleigh ground check. Okay, 29 minutes. It sounded like that little rhyme there was giving me a hint into something going wrong. Santa walks your Sim through the sleigh ground check. Seems pretty straightforward. Have your Sim check the sleigh. 2 hours, 8 minutes. OMG, the sleigh is missing. This is less than ideal. Your Sim manages to stay calm, but Santa, not so much. Have your Sim calm Santa. Well, we know it's in the park. 1 hour, 11 minutes. We're just going to have to get it ready and working again. In a sea of panic, your Sim is like a calm cork. The missing sleigh isn't missing. It crashed in the park when Rudolph took off to find help. That's a relief. Well, except for the crashed part. What state is the sleigh in? Have your Sim ride Rudolph back to the park and check the sleigh. Rudolph. Oh, I lost him in the snow there. Ride him to the park and check the sleigh. 43 minutes. Your Sim checks the sleigh. The frost capacitor is severely damaged. Parts broke away from the sleigh when the sleigh crashed. Your Sim must find the pieces, but needs a way of charging the frost capacitor. When they do, have 4 Sims search for 9 missing sleigh parts in the park. 8 hours and 4 minutes per piece. Three parts there. Seven hours, 7 minutes. 3 parts there. 4 parts there. Done. Your Sim collects the missing frost capacitor parts. They have them all but one. Who is good at finding things? Les. Detective Les Clues. From a phone, have your Sim call Les Clues. So I'm going to switch to another Sim at home and use the phone to call Les Clues for 1 hour and 21 minutes. Your Sim calls Les Clues. After clarifying that a frost capacitor was not in any way involved in a crime, Les says he will meet your Sim in the park to discuss the case. Talk to Les Clues in the park about the missing part, so we'll head back by just switching to our Sim that is at the park in this case. Tap on Les Clues. 3 hours 34 minutes to discuss that with him. Congratulations, you've completed the 12th set of goals in the Missing Claus Christmas quest and received the Rustic furniture pack. We're almost done here. Your Sim describes the missing frost capacitor part to Les Clues. You mean this? Les says, handing over the final part. How did Les do that? Have your Sim ask Les how he found the missing part so quickly. Where is the sleigh? Santa suspects foul play. Your Sim knows. The list of parts grows. Les can help if he's not led astray. Tap on Les. Talk for 4 minutes, 45 seconds. Your Sim is incredulous. How did Les find the parts so quickly? Easy, says Les. I put a request up on SimList. Your Sim is not sure that a detective was required at all. Have your Sim install the final part of the frost capacitor in the sleigh. Install final piece, 29 minutes. Your Sim installs the final part of the frost capacitor. Problem is, the frost capacitor still needs to be charged with magical ice. The Ice Queen. from a phone, have your sim call the Ice Queen. So we're going to head home again and use the phone to call the Ice Queen. 3 hours and 40 minutes. Your sim calls the Ice Queen, begging her to charge the sleigh's frost capacitor. They tell her that it is urgent as Christmas is coming fast. I'll be in the park, the Ice Queen replies. In the park, have your sim ask the Ice Queen to charge the frost capacitor. So we'll switch back to our sim that is in the park and ask the Ice Queen to charge it. 2 hours, 8 minutes. With the return of winter weather, the Ice Queen says it will be no problem for her to recharge the frost capacitor. She channels her energy, fully charging the sleigh. With Christmas days away, there is no time to lose. Have your sim fly the sleigh back to Santa's workshop. Okay, fly it back. Hopefully Rudolph comes as well. Here we are. Your sim races to the North Pole in Santa's sleigh. Christmas is tomorrow, so why is the workshop so quiet? Dave is the only elf around. Have your sim talk to Dave. 29 minutes. Your sim talks to Dave, who explains that your sim just missed Santa. He left an invitation for your sim to attend a pre-flight feast as a thank you, and everyone is there waiting. Dave says, all sims need to skedaddle. I gotta shut down the workshop for the boss. Have your sim leave Santa's workshop. So we'll go in the sleigh that apparently Santa didn't need. Oh, can we leave? It won't let me tap on it. Can I tap on Rudolph? Let's go to Santa's farmhouse. Santa's workshop has been shut down for the year. And what an honour to be invited to Santa's pre-flight feast. Better look the part. Apparently we've come home. Have your sim change their clothes in a wardrobe for Santa's pre-flight feast. That's very hard to say. So I'm going to browse clothes. And obviously you'd probably want to pick a really nice outfit. I'm just going to go with that. That's actually quite nice. Yep. Head back to the game. Your sim changes clothes. Now that feels truly festive. Better not keep the man in red waiting any longer. Go to the park and ride Rudolph to Santa's farmhouse. So I'm going to... Oh, Mrs Claus is here. I'm going to go to the park. I mean, I'm changing sims all the time, but it really doesn't matter. And ride Rudolph, who's here. Hello? Why can't I do that? Heck, I'm going to call Brandy over because I feel like she's done all the work. Ride to Santa's farmhouse. Your sim arrives at Santa's farmhouse and can smell the aroma of a feast waiting from the backyard. Everyone is waiting. After fixing a crashed sleigh, digging for coal, and quelling an elf's electrophobia, it's time to relax. Have 6 sims join Santa's feast at Santa's farmhouse. So let's call everyone over. Everyone that we know. Hopefully that's enough. Is that enough? Okay, so there's a table at the back of the house, and if you tap on that you can join Santa's feast, and you need to do that with 6 sims, and that will tick that off the list. And it takes 12 hours, so we're gonna just speed that up for everybody. But it's quite sweet, they all join him in a little feast around the table. Your sim joins the Christmas table and enjoys a delicious feast. Everyone is truly grateful for your sim's help. If it wasn't for them, Mrs Claus would still be sick with her fever, and Christmas would have been would have had no presents or coal. Have your Sim say farewell to Santa and Mrs Claus. Okay, say farewell, 4 hours 14 minutes. Your Sim says their farewells to the Claus, who have teared up and can't believe your Sim went above and beyond anyone's expectations. Now it's time for your Sim to head home and wait to see what surprises Santa has in store for them on Christmas morning. Send all Sims at Santa's farmhouse home. So I'm going to send them all home. Some of them are still feasting, so I'll just get them to finish. There we go, we're all headed home. Congratulations, by going above and beyond, curing Mrs Claus and saving Christmas, your Sim has been awarded Santa's Rustic Farmhouse and unique A-frame roof. Build it on any empty house lot. So there we have it, that is what you finish with. And if we go into the town map, I should be able to show you that. This is the Rustic Farmhouse. You can see it here, it's absolutely beautiful. It's the one that you saw in Santa's farmhouse throughout the whole quest. And yeah, it's absolutely stunning and has an awesome roof. So let me know your thoughts about this quest. Good luck getting through it. Make sure you get started early and keep going as much as you possibly can. Should take you right through to Christmas. Thank you so much for watching, and thanks to the Freeplay team for giving me early access. I will see you in the next video. Bye!